I am the Hooded Lid and welcome to my channel. Today I thought we'd do a little bit of a watercolory all over the face look. I don't really know how to describe it. To me it's a little bit ethereal and maybe a little bit boho. It's a very soft look that gives structure to your face and defines your eyes without using harsh lines. And I think this is a look that can be very flattering on all age groups. It's incredibly youthful, so it looks great on a younger woman. And that same youthfulness makes it look very nice on an older woman as well. Anybody can do this. So let's just start with the eyes. The Safari palette. I really like Natasha Denona colors. I'm going to go with the, start with the mustard color and just try to push back my hood a little bit, give myself a little bit of structure. I have already powdered my lids. I just put a little foundation down, which might have been a mistake. Maybe I should have done a primer first. I'll just have to spend more time blending if that's the case. Not the end of the world. And because my hood is so large, the first thing I want to do is just recede it. So it's coming forward, therefore it's light, and I want to give it a little darkness, but not a ton of darkness, to just kind of recede that area. And I feel the heat kicking in. When you have crepiness on your lids, it's more of a challenge to really get things going. All right, it's getting hot. The hair has got to go up. All right, better. I'm going to take a small fluffy, and I'm going into this rust kind of color here, and take my time with it. It's one thing, when you're crepey, taking your time is important. And I find using a light hand is far more helpful than really digging in there. You just have to kind of go back and forth to make sure that area is getting the pigment on it. So I'm kind of doing the outer third and then bringing it in to where my so-called crease would be, perhaps. Hard to tell. And then I want to open the eyes and look straight ahead to see what I have going here, and then the other side, same deal. And look ahead and check my progress. Okay, so this is a baseline for what I'm going to do. I'm going to get out my translucent. This is one of my very favorite tricks that I don't see a lot of people do, but for blending, it's never a bad idea to use a little translucent powder to help you along. So I'm just going to go over the top of that first shade and just blend that out. Soften it up. Bring a little bit on the outside edge. But translucent powder is one of those things that just seems like it goes on and on and on forever, and you actually never go through it, so I'd rather do it with the translucent. And back this brush, I haven't done anything else to. I'm just going over again the outer and where my crease would very likely be. So overall I just have a haze of color. Just going to wipe this brush and going into the pink color right here, and I'm going to go a little bit on the lid. Not all the way to the center, but pretty close. This is a good fleshy kind of tone for me. And because it's so fleshy, and the color that I'm using at the outer edge, I guess you would say, is orange, which isn't incredibly fleshy, I'm going to go into this pink again and just kind of haze everything together. So this is right where the crease might be. I'm not trying to take away that orangeness. I'm just trying to make it a little more soft, a little more of a flesh tone. And I'm kind of going over where the mustard initially went as well. So there's still the yellow and orange elements here, but it's just toned down a bit. Okay, I think that's pretty good. I'm going to let that hang out for a minute and move on to the face. I'm not a big bronzer person, but I'm going to try it. This is a very light, fluffy, not dense brush. I'm a little more comfortable working with something like this because bronzer kind of scares me. I see so many people doing bronzer where it's like they bring it down like bangs and they go really, really heavy. And while they may look great, I feel it's just not my jam. So I'd rather go with something quite feathery and light and kind of build. And already I feel like, oh, too much. And then when I get to the top of the cheekbones, just kind of move it off the face. I don't know if you can see that. So there's no starting point necessarily. Okay. Right where this temple bone is here. I mean, is all of the forehead the temple? At the hairline, so it doesn't look really nuts. And the other side. And when I get to the top of the cheekbone, kind of just swoop it. And I keep on turning this brush because I've coated it all the way around. I want to go with a blush that is lacking in warmth. So I have a, but is also lacking in coolness. So this is a Chantecaille, and I find it to be a very, very neutral pink color. It doesn't have blue, but it's not incredibly warm. There are times when you need a blush, but you need a blush that doesn't have a lot going on. And this look is one of them. Okay, blush done. In fact, I'm going to dig in just ever so slightly. There's a little on here. Take some off on my hand and put some where the bronzer is to bring some pinkness. Because when I get color, pink is involved. And most bronzers are a little too warm or yellow on me. And this will help to kind of cool it down and look a little bit more like my skin looks if I've been in the sun. And now I'm just going to take another look at the eyes and take a bigger fluffy brush. This one is clean. I haven't used it at all yet. And again, just blending, blending, blending. The idea is this is a haze of a color, so there should not be starting and ending points of the color itself and where the color changes. Now I'll tend to the brows a little bit. I don't go nuts with them. Brows done. I'm not going to use liner, I'm not going to use mascara. I really want a very hazy kind of look here. And now I'm just going to go on to the lip. Little lining first. The lip is really tricky for me. My lips are very uneven. They're not actually very uneven. I was told that this side of my face is kind of falling, so this lip looks like it's thinner, but it's really not. Doesn't matter because it still looks like it is. So I'm looking to see how these two lips relate to each other, and I'm matching this one. And I find it helpful to lift my head, so I'm really being more objective about it. And I'll try to lower the mirror so you can see a little bit what I'm doing. If I'm feeling lazy, a fantastic trick is just to put on your lipstick and smash your lips together, because that tends to even things out. Now, I have a feeling my Cupid's bow is a little uneven here. And my Cupid's bow, I feel, is a little severe if I really line precisely, so I raise it a little bit by filling this valley. And I am seeing a little unevenness, so I'm going to take the Muji and try to fix that. Lip lining is still, well, the act of evening up my lips is still a challenge. I have a huge learning curve. I've come a long, long way, but I do not feel that I'm there yet. So I'm not really instructing you, I'm just showing you how I'm approaching it, and, you know, hope that I will get better with time, and also hope that I can get to that place where it's like, okay, well enough. Stop messing with it. You're not helping anything, and sometimes you just have to, forge ahead with your imperfection. That's life. This color is a teeny bit darker than I want. I want to bring a little more life to it, so I'm going in with Super Cindy. I think that's what it's called. Mess that around, and now I want a little pink in it. And I'm just going to rub this in with my finger. So the look of the lip isn't something sharp, it's not something abrupt, it's just like the rest of the face. It's all just kind of a watercolor sense of feeling. So I've given some focus to my eyes, I've receded the hood a little bit, but I haven't used mascara and I haven't used liner, I haven't used anything hard. I've given myself a little bit of shape with hopefully a light touch of bronzer, it's hard to tell in this mirror, and a little bit of flush with a blush that is very, very neutral, and also a neutral and yet it's still colorful lip. And to me, this is just such a lovely, flattering look. It can work on so many ages, so many skin types, and so many skin tones. So there you have it. This is one of my favorite looks. I think it's chic and classic and timeless. I think you could wear it all year round. In the summer, it's kind of an effortless, sun-kissed chic, I think. So thank you so much for coming. I hope you found it enjoyable. I hope you might have learned something, or maybe I've inspired you to try something on your own. I hope you come again, and until then, I am wishing you a great day.